Tucci, and you are watching Gov's Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. So call Two Eagles Auto Body and ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show also brought to you by
behind the bag. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win it.
Hello, Tony. Mookie Wilson here, 1986 Mets. How you doing? Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio, man. I miss you. I wish I was still up there, man. But I'll wait till it warm up a little bit, and hopefully this year things will be a little bit better, man. But when we're talking about comedy, hey, the early years of Mets was a lot to laugh about. You had to make a lot of comedy off those guys. Hey, hope to see you guys during the summer, and hopefully you'll get back on the show, man, at some point in time during the course of the year, all right? All right? Yeah, fine. Contact me, man. All right, Tony. Talk to you later.
3-2 to Mookie Wilson.
You wanna listen party never ends. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show. Tricks. I'm gonna get my sticks. The mic is live and clear for you and all to hear. Knockem dead. Knockem dead. Comedy show.
Controls right there.
Okay, here we go.
Your headphones.
Sorry about that, everybody. Getting just taking care of business last second here. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Dead Comedy Show, coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club. Andy's not sick anymore. He's here. And look who's here, ladies and gentlemen. Thomas Cavanaugh is here, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Cavanaugh. This is a big surprise, a pleasant surprise.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I've been trying to get you. How long have I been trying to get you on this show here? And the magic of Beery, Steve Beery, set it up somehow, but he didn't tell me, that prick bastard.
Well, it sounds like all you needed to do was get a dog sitter. Right? Like, that would be so easy. Like,
it's not as easy as you think.
rock and roll.
I hate leaving there.
Beery is supposedly showing up at some point.
He's en route.
Oh, is he?
That's
Yeah.
what I believe, yeah.
What kind of dog do you have?
Maltese mini poodle mix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I used to have a Maltese.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
we wait
18.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so.
Oh,
she's
jeez.
18, yeah.
Wow.
So it's hard to leave her alone. But
Really
I bet,
rebellious.
yeah.
Into the rock and roll music
Oh,
now.
yeah.
That doesn't really
Going through
fit.
teenage years.
Yeah, that doesn't fit well with the whole rock and roll persona.
No, it's
I can't. I got to stay home with my Maltese.
and that's what I'd rather be doing. Than going out and gigging nowadays. But yeah, she's changed my perspective. on
Really?
life, really, yeah.
No
I
kidding.
used to go out constantly.
Well,
Now
yeah.
I'm always home.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're. Yeah, I mean, you
I
were.
still gig a lot, but
Yeah.
I always have to have somebody to watch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow. And speaking of gigging, I'm actually pissed because Emerald Rising just played. What was it? 89 North. You
We
played?
did. We played 89 North, not last Saturday, the Saturday before.
And I'm pissed because I've been wanting to see you guys forever, and I missed it. So
Yeah.
I'm pissed off about it.
We did our whole album, and then we did the Long Live Rock and Roll Rainbow record.
Oh,
in its
wow!
entirety, yeah.
In its entirety.
Yeah, because they never did it live. They only did like 3 songs ever live.
Oh, is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, so we were
Okay.
like, hey, let's do it.
Wow.
But John wasn't there.
Oh.
No, John was with Rubik's Cube, so we used our friend Claudio.
Oh, all right. Now I don't feel as bad.
Yeah. You got to come when John's playing.
I definitely have to go when John's playing.
I think that's such a small, funny world that you went to school with him.
I've known John my whole life.
It's amazing.
And his father was one of the coolest Little League coaches. And, John and I go way back, man. Oh, and I've always supported, or try to support what he's doing. And but the Emerald Rising album, it just kicks ass, man.
Thanks. Yeah, it's very cool.
Do you remember I had these, I don't know if you watched it, but I had these two girls from a Heart tribute band in here?
Because there was a couple of times where they were actually supposed to be in here.
Right, yes.
Yeah.
But then they finally made it in. The lead singer is the lead singer to this band that we're talking about.
Kick
Yeah,
ass.
yeah.
Cool. Very cool chicks.
Oh, they were great when we had the show with them, and they and she sounds like Ann Wilson even when she's not trying to. But tremendous. Had a lot of fun with them. And then I did spot you guys at the Extreme Living Color show, but I never made my way over to you guys. Yeah, that show blew me away.
Three of us were there. Me, her, and the bass player.
Oh, really? Yeah. I saw you and Dina walking around, but I didn't see him. But what a show that was too.
That was amazing. They're
Holy
great.
crap! Yeah. I never saw either one of them before, but was thrilled.
I never saw Living Color before, but I've seen Extreme a bunch of times.
Yeah, they're great.
I feel like the police captain from The Godfather when
when they're having the
Al
meeting.
Pacino's having the meeting. And he goes, "Excuse me, I'm going to speak to
I'm going to speak Italian.
Michael. I'm going to speak Michael in our native language." Fine with me, but I don't have the plate of spaghetti to be fucking up right
It's a
now.
little too early for that.
And I was
Hi, I'm Andy. We've now met.
and I was planning on shooting you in the throat, just so you know.
Nice.
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah, just so you know, because we're fighting.
Yeah, it is an old style bathroom with the tank.
Yeah, right. Where I'll get the
in
gun.
the back
Yeah,
of this place.
nice. So I don't even know. So do you have something coming up with Beery? Is that why he asked you to come in?
I imagine he asked me because the cystic fibrosis benefit is Sunday, and that's why he's probably on, right?
I have no idea. He said he wanted to come in. He's been here before. It's always fun when he does come in. I assumed he had something to promote, but
Yeah, it's a
I had no idea.
28th annual cystic fibrosis.
Oh, cool.
And,
I think didn't he come in last year to promote that?
I think he did actually. Yeah,
I wasn't
makes
on the
his
show. I just
rounds.
remember seeing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he usually makes his rounds this time of year and does lots of promotion to get
That's very cool.
people for the benefit.
Yeah.
So he called me up last night and he said, "What are you doing tomorrow?" I said, "Oh, I got a bunch of session work and a bunch of stuff to do." And he goes, "Can you come over?" I said, "I've been meaning to get over there." I said, "If you really want me," he goes, "Yeah." He goes, "You play a little guitar, I'll play some harmonica." And I was like, "All right."
Nice.
So I grabbed the guitar and headed over, and he said that he'd meet me over here this morning. But
Cool. Nice. And the cystic fibrosis benefit is this Sunday at Mr. Beery's in Levittown.
yeah,
You're playing with who?
I'm doing So I have this band called Pop Smart Overdrive, and
That's a great name.
it's a cool band. We just put out an album, a new album in November, and then unfortunately, like half the band moved out of New York, so the guitar player and drummer moved down south. They moved to South Carolina. So me and the bass player are doing it as an acoustic kind of version of it.
Nice.
They do come up like once or twice a year. They still come up when we gig.
Right.
When we did the CD release party, Sal and Chris came up. But so yeah, I'm doing that. And then I've been a part of the cystic fibrosis. This is the 28th. I think I've been there for 24 of them.
Wow.
Yeah,
cool.
I've been there with almost every band I've ever
Yeah.
played with.
Well, and that's the thing. You could easily just jump up and play with anybody, right? Because you play everything. You probably know every song ever. So.
Not so much anymore, but I still do remember a lot. But yeah, I've played there with, almost every band I've ever been in. Beery's had us do. And last year I missed it because I was actually away with the Heart Tribute.
Oh, okay.
We were playing in Pennsylvania last year, so we couldn't make it back in time. Right. But usually the year before I did it with the Johnny Cash Tribute.
Right.
And then the year before that I did it with one of the other. I think I did it with Pop Smart Overdrive the year before. So this time, I'm doing it with just acoustic Pop Smart, just the two of us. Maybe have a guest up or something.
Sure.
When Billy Geyer and I are hanging out, like invariably our conversation will get to a certain point where two words are put together in a weird spot that would never be in any other conversation, and he has a running list of band names on his phone.
So do I.
That's awesome. Okay, good.
Huge
That's
list.
And it's so funny because sometimes the conversation is like, all right, is this a band name or is this a song name?
Or an album title is also
Yes,
the other thing
yeah. And just I wish I'm usually pretty high when we're doing it, so I can't remember any of them. Right, I'm like, I'm gonna say this, and
You
I'm
gotta
gonna
immediately put it on the voice
yes,
memo.
yeah.
Because otherwise
he
you'll
types
forget.
it in. Yes,
Yeah.
right on the spot, he will
I
type
put
it
it
in.
in there right away.
I'm gonna.
And,
Yeah, come on. We're already running, but
So-
come in and get yourself settled.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put you on the spot while they're settling in. Name every band that you've been
There he
in.
is. Oh man!
Name every band that you've been in.
Your radio show's not long. I'll name some of my favorites.
Okay, all right.
Lita Ford. So I did.
Oh, see, I didn't even know that. You played with. You were.
Yeah.
I know you
That's
played with it,
cool.
but you were actually in
I was
the
in the band. Yeah,
No
I was
shit.
the music director for it. Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
good.
was the music director and I was the guitar player. Almost Queen.
Right,
I started the Queen tribute with them, and they're still around.
Yeah.
Walking the Line, the Johnny Cash, Rhino Caravan. Mm-hmm. The Threedles with Frank.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
For many years, we did that.
I forgot about that. My umbrella.
Then I did my early cystic fibrosis appearances were with War Dance, Jones Crusher. I did like 8 or 9 when I was in I was in Jones Crusher from 2004 to 2010.
Wow.
And then I went back in like 2016. So I've done probably 8 or 10 cystic fibrosis appearances with Jones Crusher.
Wow.
So lots of
All
bands
great
doing-
bands. All great bands. Now, why do you guys seem confused? You've been in a million times. Sit down,
They're
relax.
lost.
Radio voice now, no one likes it.
Thank you. Finally, somebody else.
Guy. How about no ice down?
It's the morning.
Yeah, Tony's voice actually, when he's not on a microphone, is more like, hey, how's it going,
That's
guys?
Boys, I'm the coolest. I didn't know you were Prune Belly's brother.
You didn't know that?
How did I not know that?
I told you that last night, right?
Yeah.
Really? You didn't know that?
I had no. I haven't seen him for like ever.
Oh, yeah?
He used to be a regular down at the tavern. I haven't
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
him for gotta be 10 years.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. How's he doing?
He's doing.
He's a prune belly.
That's it. He's
And the worst part about it is like I regularly forget everything. I don't know if you know that about me. I have a little.
Well, yeah, we know because you forgot what time to be here.
I forgot my. We were on.
You forgot the harmonic? Yeah, we're on. We started at 11.
You told me 11:15.
Oh, did I?
Yes, you did. You
Did I?
texted me.
That's why I got here at 11:15.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so we're really late. I thought we were on time. All right, so that's good. All right, we'll start right in on Tony. You jerk face.
Check.
But did you say you forgot the harmonica?
I forgot my. I just said because let me show you why. Okay, I didn't know that Andy was going to be here. I just found that out now because.
Andy's always here on Friday.
Friday is my day, man.
So you forgot that too?
So Andy didn't get a hat.
What?
Boo.
Andy.
What is
So
it?
look what I got.
Story of my
Oh,
life,
look
man.
at that. You
Got a
got me a
nice little
hat.
pom pom with a Mr. Beery set.
Oh, man.
Sweet.
Set of my choppers and everything.
Nice.
on
Look
it.
at you. Oh, look
You are
at that.
golden, baby.
Wear it
Golden.
right now.
But you're losing too much heat up.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what, look at. I was thinking about that. Make sure you get the emblem up there.
Yeah, you got to.
There you go. Come on.
It's like the first time he's ever put on a fucking hat.
I've worn
So it goes
mine.
over this,
I'm
right?
in black. I've worn mine all over the country.
Oh, yeah? And
when we
everybody
go
probably
out-
knows it too,
When
right?
we go out on tour, I actually, especially this time of year, you
Yeah.
know, in Ohio, Western Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
and it's cold. I wear my Beery's hat all the time.
Nice. Oh, yeah, I'll be wearing it. No, I was screwed up because I was looking on the screen, like, how to show off the thing, and I was
Right.
going
Oh,
all
yeah,
backwards
yeah,
and shit.
yeah.
Now I look like Mike from the Monkees, right? With the
Nice.
with the wool hat.
Do some- I almost wore my Nesmith shirt.
Oh, you have a
I did.
Nesmith shirt?
I have 2 Nesmith shirts.
Really?
I almost wore one today. I was getting dressed. I'm like,
My deal with hats now is like I'm bald, so we can be clear.
Nice.
And it's not vanity that I wear this hat for. It's because I can no longer be anywhere without a cover on. I don't
hear
know when this happened to me, but I always wear a hat. I wear it indoors. I wear it outdoors. I don't like the sun on it, on my head. I don't like the cold on my head. So
Nice.
like right now, this room without the hat on is just too cold for me to be in without my hat on. I am Mike Nesmith.
Well, I'm going to ask, how you feeling? Can I ask you that?
feel awesome.
Oh, okay, good.
Probably the last time I was here, I was closing in on death, and I didn't know it.
Yeah, that's Pretty much, yeah.
So after I had a little incident over the summer. I guess everybody knows about that. If they don't, well, I'm not telling you, okay? But
Punk rock.
I had a little incident over the summer which sucked. And that's when I realized that I was not just sick from the incident that was going on, that I was truly on my way out.
Yikes.
Joe, basically from the ravages of diabetes. Okay, so I run a bar.
I feel you, dude.
So like there's just, I eat shitty, I drink a lot, I do all the, like when they were telling me that I was going to need a kidney,
Oof.
like I'm like, no one's going to be a fucking kidney. Nobody in the world is going to give me a kidney. I've already, bruised them up with Jack Daniels. Can you tell me how to fix them? Okay, don't tell me about, you'll probably be on dialysis. No, I won't. I was in the hospital, and this is the truth. The guy walks in, and I don't know. I don't understand hospitals. Don't like them. And I'm not that anybody likes them. But I know I'm close to the edge right now. I'm teetering on the brink of reality. I may be going to the next level over shit that I probably could have prevented. And now I'm dumbfounded. My brain's boiling. I'm shitting on the floor. Like everything that could happen.
Well, that part you were doing already.
It wasn't Tuesday. But, so I get down to when the guy's talking to me, he goes, he's going through his pain. He goes, we're going to have to put you on dialysis. And I look at him, no, you're not.
Yeah.
He goes, what do you mean, no, we're not? So you're not putting me on freaking dialysis. Forget it.
Right.
I said, you may as well kill me right now. I'm not doing it. I just watched my mother die from this shit. I'm not doing it. Well, she didn't die from dialysis. Okay. Whatever. However you want to frame this, right. I'm not doing it. He goes, all right, well, you're probably going to need a kidney. No, I don't. No, I don't. Find another solution.
Right.
And we went through a couple of days of that where I was, again, insane. Like my blood was boiling from an infection that was also going on. So hey,
sorry, we don't want to interrupt.
No, knock it off. Let's let it ring.
How is that not like you hit a button and it just it's still ringing? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure they're the advancements in science.
Well,
I mean, fuck the kidney, but turn the fucking thing off, right? Like
the doctor, I had a new Indian doctor. I was going for a week, and I kept saying they put me on the dialysis. They sent me in twice, and I said I want to be off this stuff. And the doctor's like, "You're not getting off," and I'm like, "Dude, I'm not going back there." And then Saturday, the new Indian doctor walked in, and like the guy, I don't know how to really describe him. Like he looked.
Well, you already said Indian.
Right. He was Indian. He was an Indian guy, but like he was. Like he just got done working on his car. I'm saying, hey, how you doing? Like he was perfect. Like if I had to pick a doctor, like this would have been the guy. How you doing? Like, how you doing? I'm doing fine. And you? I'm doing good. He goes, why is that thing in your neck? And I had the dialysis thing stuck in my neck. He goes, take that out of him. Because he's not doing this anymore. And the other guy kept telling me, oh no, it's over. It's like I'm what the fuck? This guy walks in first, hey, get that out of it. He's fine. Your numbers are good. Get out.
He flicked a cigarette before he walked in the room.
Right. Here you go. Is that Beery? Cool. Get him in.
Shit out.
So so now I'm walking. I'm standing up. When I say I didn't realize how bad I was. I couldn't make it from the front of the bar to the back of the bar.
So, but what did they do? So they had you. They took the stuff out of your neck. What did they end up doing?
They ended up just figuring out what was like. I had an infection that caused all of the other things to just compile into a big shit show. Right. So now when I got out, I'm still limping around, but now I realize it's not. It's not because I have a kidney thing. It's because I'm so wrecked from diabetes.
Yeah.
I just go about my bit. Hey, what's happening? You just do the same thing every day. You don't realize you're sick. And now that I can move again, this is going to be the first year in 5 years. Like this cystic fibrosis thing, I don't know if anyone, you guys haven't been to it. Tommy's been there, Tony's been there. But my job for the day is I MC the show all day. So the stage is only this high. but I couldn't get on it anymore.
Oh, shit.
Like, so now this year I'm going to be able to get up on the stage and do my. 3 years ago, I actually had to have a guy. This is how bad how did I not figure out?
I've heard that about you, where that you had to have a guy. But that's a whole different story.
Multiple young men.
He was working the security and so he stood on the corner of the bar. Okay, so he just was standing up there right where the edge of the bar is, and standing on that hump there, just eyeballing stuff. And every time I would have to go, every 25 minutes, I got to go up there and do something. He would come over, grab a stool, bring it to the stage, and I would have to sit on it to do my work. Like, this is going to be like such a wonderful day for me to be able to. Hey, look.
Yeah. You up there doing one-arm push-ups?
Yeah. I just wanted to show you guys.
All right, the next band.
Yeah.
And with the other hand, harmonica.
Yeah, I cannot believe I forgot the harmonica.
Did you change diet, or did you do anything different?
Yeah, I do everything different.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah. Probably at this point, and I hate to say this in public because it's what I've been doing for the past 40 years. I'll probably never have a drink again.
Wow.
Which is turns out that's the only thing I'm really good at. So now, okay, just took that. There's other E.J. Taylor over there. Throw it out. I'm not drinking that anymore. You like that Pappy Van Winkle? I got it.
Let me tell you, I am also diabetic. I had to give up drinking mushrooms. Amazing.
You're my hero.
Shrooms. Just microdose.
Have you had an incident yet? Because that's always my last year. It's the last Super Bowl. I go and I'm going to be at the Super Bowl. I'm going to have a few cocktails. I'm doing all right, And I sit down at the bar before I start to do that. Somebody comes over with a magic cookie. Okay, let me try that. And this is what I remember. I remember seeing the national anthem. And I remember seeing Rihanna come on and do her show. I was
she looks pregnant.
And I was mesmerized. I was like, wow, she's really great. I don't know if I was actually mesmerized or just wrecked. But I got a friend of mine who's not a big talker. And he sits down next to me and he's talking. And I guess for the first time in my life, I'm actually listening. Okay? Because I can't move. You're
really smart. Right?
I'm just sitting there with my drool and all that stuff. Right? So I didn't see one play of the game. But the one thing I remember is all of a sudden the whistle blows, game's over, and he's like, and he finishes his conversation. I've been there for 2.5 hours listening to the guy. I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck you said.
No, I took one. I was leaving a show. I was in Long Beach. Yes, this was last night. And I thought I had like a half an hour. But it hit me and I was going like 50 miles an hour. In Long Beach where it goes into the narrow lanes because they're doing all the fuck. And I was like, fuck!
Right.
I had to slow down. I'm like, oh my God. I felt like I was going to fucking fly off the fucking bridge.
Right.
Yeah. So, I've had my moments.
I had a place over in East Rockaway, which you got to go down through Long Beach to get out of.
Right.
And I figured tonight I'm going to take the Parkway. There's nobody on the road. And the cookie kicks in like right at Ocean Parkway, and I get onto the Parkway, and I'm doing like 12 miles an hour.
Circled the pencil like 8 times.
You ever see Black Sheep with what's it, Chris Farley?
Yeah.
They get pulled over by the cops, right? They borrow their friend's car that has the nitrous, right? And they threw something in the back seat, and it breaks like the hose or whatever. And the guy goes, "Do you know how fast you're going?" And Farley's like, "I don't know, like 60 or 70." And this guy's like, 4. You're going 4 miles an hour, and normally people pull over to the right side of the road, not to the median. Yeah. No, I've been there.
So, can we get to the shameless self-promotion part of the show? I mean,
we started.
So we came.
We were talking about
for a while.
Of course.
So we're doing the band battle. I know there's a camera someplace in here.
Sure,
it's someplace.
Yeah,
That one
this
is
one-
pointed
There
out.
we go.
Yeah.
Hey!
No, this one
Well,
right
right
here.
there.
Yes, that one. Yes.
Okay, whatever it is. It doesn't-
Yes, there you go.
That's
There's
okay.
a delay. It'll show.
Band battle to fight cystic fibrosis. Number 28, could be 29. I think we lost one in the middle of this thing, but 28 I'm pretty sure is correct. This has been an ongoing thing. We've told the story 3,000 times, but so today we just want to pump up what's going on. I got 22 bands
Nice.
coming in on Sunday. This has become more or less a national holiday for the people that go to Mr. Beery's. And this year, truth be told, I'm having a little trouble getting my usual pile of raffle stuff in. So that's all coming today. So I want to make sure that, I don't want to wait till the last minute. It's 2 days from now, so we got to make baskets and everything. Also, I want a little shout out to my good friend Mike Cassis. This is for you fat fuck. How about bringing back my goddamn grill? Okay, I gotta go borrow. I'm leaving here. I wanted to get that out there.
I was hoping it was something even more banal, like
No, you wouldn't have gone.
where's my comb? You son of a bitch! You took my comb.
I got a 6-foot magic chef I lent to my friend, and you're still my friend until now.
Yeah.
You make a thing back.
Let's just say if the grill shows up before the fucking show, we're
If
still
you're
friends.
watching this right now, fuck you.
Right, because you're going to be making hot dogs in the
Yeah,
back,
we're gonna
right?
be doing hot dogs. I got Warren Bush is volunteering to do all of the cooking, which is a massive undertaking for this event because we got to feed everybody there, and
Okay.
he'll be outside freezing his balls off. So I usually
But
have
it's fitting. You get the wieners in the bush. So.
Yeah, old wiener, no balls. Yeah.
I think he's making chili and all the happy food, meatball heroes and
Nice.
sausages and peppers.
Who are some of the bands playing?
Some of the bands playing.
Oh, Tony's got the list. Look at.
You cannot
you, Vanna.
even be involved in anything without having Tony next to you.
Trust me, I know.
Okay.
Want me to do it?
Yes.
You've got the
I had an
harmonica and the
operation on my
glasses.
eye last Monday. I go.
Oh, jeez. You got a bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah, look.
And you're contagious. What'd you do to Greystone?
Oh man! What the? I spoke to him yesterday.
I heard from him about a week ago.
Okay, he's doing good.
Yes.
He needed a little time off.
Scared the shit out of me, that guy.
But you know what? The guy he works like Cavanaugh. Nobody can work like Cavanaugh.
Nobody can work like
Okay, so
Cavanaugh.
you got to put yourself in the right perspective here. Okay, Nicky he was working way too hard. He's a great human being.
Oh,
Like, there's no other
absolutely.
way to describe him. He's just an exceptional
Yep.
human being. But
Scary looking, but
I love him. I'm a chubby chaser. But watching Nicky work has been a real joy. I mean, I've watched him when he starts this, becoming a band guy, and just been in my bar the whole time. He's a huge supporter of my place, and I love the guy. Like I really love him. So watching him just push so hard for the next level, you had to think something was going to break on him. So just take it easy.
Yep.
Nick. We all, you are going to be a great success no matter what. Remember, keep your priorities straight. You got the little girl,
Right.
everything's
Yep.
going good. You got too many guys in your corner, rooting for you to
absolutely.
be in a putting yourself in a man-made stress situation,
Yeah.
And I applaud his work ethic. I applaud how hard he and dedicated he is to what he wants to do. But again, he's not Kavanaugh.
Nobody is. Nobody is.
Nobody's that stupid.
That's what we were talking about when you guys got here. I was asking Tom to name all the bands he's been in, and he couldn't even
It's
do it.
easier just to name the band. He wasn't in the Rolling Stones.
Shorter list is who he hasn't.
Yeah, right.
been.
He's gonna, eventually, you figure can Keith Richards go on that much longer?
Oh, he'll outlive us.
Yeah, right.
Oh, absolutely. he will.
So he's going to replace Ronnie Wood, which
Right.
whoever he replaces, he's replacing somebody.
All right, so go ahead. Name the bands that
Are
are
we
playing.
doing all 22?
Sure, why not?
All right. And maybe Steve can comment on the ones I don't know, like El Kabong, who I've heard of, but I don't know. Nebulous, which I've never heard of. Wrecked, was that the band you were just telling me about?
Wrecked is the guy. It's Tom Bennett's cousin, and it was Nick's old singer. What the hell's his name now? God damn it!
So I've heard of them.
That's a weird name. Is that a family name?
The damn family.
Very ethnic.
That memory thing going on again.
Damn it!
Speaking of Indians, you know, they're like,
before you come to the radio show.
like
It's
that's
not
what's
spelled anything like that, though.
Right. Yeah. There's like a J.
Yeah.
And a
Q.
A couple of K's,
Yeah,
double
very
A's.
strong
Yeah.
thing. All right, well,
Nordic,
you think about that. Sweet Blues Band. Who
Sweet Blues is Eric and
Yep.
Eric Pape. He's going to have his whole ensemble there because it's usually the Sweet Blues Band. I got it right. Okay, I get it wrong every year. For the past 12 years, I go on stage and announce them as the wrong band.
Well, don't sell yourself short. It hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, you still
Right, so
got 2 days.
got it right today. Yeah.
Just play this video.
So, but he's got his whole original group of guys coming in, so he's pretty excited. So
That's
Yeah,
you know,
Eric's great.
And I look at for those guys that were in a band, there's something like magical about the guys you first played with. No matter how many incarnations of the bands that you've been in continue, there's those 4 guys that you were in the first one that just will always be part of your soul, you know, and that's so having his regular guys, like, you know, Eric's probably 150 years old now. So, like, these guys were playing back, you know, when they were still using megaphones. So, so here you go. So it should be fun having him there next time.
Yeah, Sweet. No, I want you to comment. That's what the entertainment is. Sweet Blues Band. They're on it too. Right after them, Glenn Strange.
All right, these guys got to plug. This is like the high watermark for the day. These guys there's a 13-year-old kid in the band.
Oh, did you have them last year too? Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Every single guy in this band is a smoke show. I mean, they are freaking unbelievable. You know, the singer's got Elvis good looks. The bass player never leaves the pocket. He's a beast. The lead guitar player, you know, you could watch in real time the guy learning, you know, what goes from being just a great guitar player to learning how to, you know, to jiggy with it, you know, and he does the little key things, you know.
Yeah.
Incredible. And then there's this 12-year-old drummer. He might be 13 now.
He's 13 now.
Holy crap. If you had Keith Moon, Neil Peart, and Ginger Baker, and you took their DNA.
Those are
and
brave
mixed it up,
words right there.
Right.
Yeah.
And
This
you
sounds
mixed-
like a pedophilia thing. I had to be perfectly honest.
Right, you mixed all these guys' DNA up and you put
Right in his
This is
face.
what this kid would come.
Yeah.
This kid he's sick.
Wow.
I was like, wow. I've seen, you know, at this point I see 1,000 drummers a year.
Yeah, right.
And this guy is in the top tier of all of them.
Wow.
I mean, and, look, we don't have to, I could go on all day about how many great guys come through that room, but like this kid sits, you know, is here. And the bands, they got poised. They're really something special. I can't wait for everyone to see them. So we wanted to make sure that we got them in because we're not even, I'll tell you how this is going to work with them. We're never even going to get them once they're 20 years old.
Right. So you got to save the drumsticks and save a bunch of stuff now so you can sell it off in 10 years.
Bottle their sweat.
Right, they
sweat.
should go to the next level
Right.
pretty quickly, and you know, and deservedly so. They're really unbelievable.
Nice.
Go on, Tom.
All right. Anything ever? I don't know them.
I don't know them either.
Electric Dudes.
Electric
you know?
Dudes, you know them.
yeah.
You know,
They've been on a long time.
They got their.
This is such a great like we were talking before you guys came in about like band names.
Yeah.
This is fucking fantastic. Like I actually want a picture of this.
We had,
I'm gonna take a picture of this
You want to take
lineup.
a picture of the lineup? You got to
Yeah.
go in it. We had the punk rock show, and we had one outside. I look at the marquee. I pull up. I look at the marquee. It says touching cotton and tiger piss. I'm like, okay. Okay. Yeah. One band's called Menstrual Blood Fart. Oh. What's wrong with you people?
Menstrual blood.
You gotta stick out in a crowd, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's you know when my guys I put it up on the marquee. I'm like, what
Did you run this by me first?
I gotta remember that. Like the next time I'm like yelling at someone, you fucking blood fart, man.
Menstrual blood fart. Yeah, there's people right now puking their coffee.
Speaking of too
No
early,
wonder
for
there's
spaghetti.
traffic in front of your place a lot of times. People like reading it. Like I'm trying to drive to my dad's house. I'm like coming down the turnpike. There's people reading the signs. What the hell is going on in this building?
Yeah.
Wasn't that used to be a pub? What's that?
Is that an abortion clinic?
What the hell is going on there now?
Brutal. It's brutal.
Beery's took a turn for the worse.
You gotta, when you commit to original music, you gotta
Fuck
commit.
yeah, dude.
You can't just say,
No,
okay.
it's great. It's great. This is awesome.
Yeah.
What do we got next, Tommy?
Things Unknown.
Things Unknown is Georgie Capone. I'm gonna just plug
nice.
Georgie Capone. He's been in here with me for a couple of different shows. Him and Dave Christian. So this is George's his act that he put together. And look, George, if you're listening to you, I don't want you to be mad at me, okay? But there are some times when George's group can come in and there are moments when they may over imbibe before they hit the stage, which means that like they lose the ability to all play in the same key. Yeah. The last time these guys, the last time they played there, I don't even know how to describe the fact that I had an erection from listening to them. The band was
I think you just did.
Yeah,
I think
That
I
was a good
describe me
way
having
of,
an erection. It's short and it doesn't really bite my zipper bulge out, but it's an erection nonetheless. Okay, I'm not going to hurt anybody with this thing, but watching George's band come on the air on the stage, they blew me away last time. I was calling her, and I'm one of the. I got a phone with me all the time, so I go right to the phone. Hey, what's going on, George? He's killing it. So it was really.
There's nobody on the other end. But
Doesn't matter. I just, as long as it looks good. Guess what I'm doing now? I'm important. Nothing screams I'm important like screaming I'm important. So that was that. I'm really impressed with George's band. Please come and see him next, Tommy.
The great Kerry Kearney.
The great Kerry Kearney.
Nice.
That's all right. So Kearney somehow we can be clear. Will somehow weasel out an extra 10 minutes no mater what. Like we gotta.
Well,
we're on a
deservedly
schedule.
so.
Yeah, this is we. In fact, Mike Longo, little plug for you, Mickey. World's greatest sound man. Has Connie penciled in every year. We always pencil him in for an extra 10 minutes. So we know no matter what we do, he's not getting off the stage. So he's going to get his extra 10.
Sure.
Somehow. Usually he does it by inviting me up to do a song. Okay. I've almost not been able to do anything I wanted to do. So, Steve, come on up here, you ham bone. As long as I have an enormous ego, I'm okay.
I don't know if it was last year. I think I missed last year because I was out on the road. But one of the years, I pulled up just as they were going on, and I heard the guitar playing as I walked in, and it was just like
he's a smoke show. He was playing the year that he came in, and Guy Valek showed up. So Connie sees him, and Connie, you got to give Connie credit. Connie will hang in the weeds. He'll let anybody play with him. But when he sees somebody that he knows is good, I don't think he even met Valek before that. I think he's got a sixth sense. He could smell Valek come in the room and was like, "Oh, you get him coming up here." Right. And when you get guys that are in that caliber, Connie, Tommy, Guy, you put them on the stage together, and things happen that you are not prepared for.
Right.
You watch, the real virtuosos come onto the stage and they just kick it up a notch when they're going. When they got somebody to work with that can do the work. So this is going to be a good one. So who knows? Maybe we'll force this guy up.
That'd be nice.
Moving along.
At 6:00, we got two of my good friends and one of my bandmates, Chris James with the Rodeo Clowns and Jim Traitline.
I saw Traitline last week at the high school reunion party, and I told him, because of Traitline, who's been doing this since time began, another one of those guys that always kind of weasels in an extra song because he's Traitline. I don't even know how he does it. Sometimes he does the clever get Beery thing. Okay, come on up here, man. We're going to do. But because of him, I wouldn't know who Steve Earle was without Traitline. Like I feel
Really?
that Traitline wrote all the Steve Earle songs because that's where I heard him first.
Wow.
So I said to him the other day, I was actually with him, and I said, because of you, I have a vast knowledge now of Steve Earle, John Prine, all of those artists and the deep tracks that he plays. So it's a real good act. And Chris James, again, you just to have this guy in the room is enough. You don't have to have him play the guitar. If he walks in,
Right.
you already heard better music than everybody else. So I'm a big
Try not to
fan
wreck
of
the
Chris's.
place, right?
Yeah. All right, next.
Chris is the guitar player in the Johnny Cash tribute with me.
Oh, okay.
And he's just, I've known him since high school, and he's just a monster player.
Yeah.
And he's like just the greatest guy. But they're great together. After that, at 640 is another band that is really great that I saw. It's Dave Christian's project. And I saw them, I forget, I was gigging or I just stopped in. He was playing at Beery's. I didn't know who was playing, and they were awesome.
Yeah, Dave has he's a great guitar player, great musician, great writer, but he's got this really unique voice. It's great. And Dave, this will be the first year, just so we can be clear, that the Finely Balanced guys, out of all the bands that have been there, everyone's been, like, there's been guys there 25, 26 times. The only band that's played every single one of these is Finely Balanced. I think one year we gave him a pen, because that's how we are. Hey, I got you guys a pen. Way to go. Thanks a lot.
Didn't
Hey,
write.
this says
but-
Northwell Health on it.
Yeah.
This has an ad for ED medication.
Are you trying to tell me something?
What's going on here?
Yeah, good luck, fellas. Way to go. Well, thank you so much. But so Dave and Georgie were in Finely Balanced. So this will be the first time I don't see them up there together, and it's going to be hard for me. Knock that back to the erection thing. Stay off it. I know.
The wheels are spinning. Yep.
Yeah.
Next,
That's all I like to think about.
what do we got next time?
At 7:20, I'm on doing the acoustic Pop Smart Overdrive.
Yes, Tom
So-
Cavanaugh live.
Then after that, one of my favorite bands that I was in for years, Jones Crusher, right after us, which is awesome.
They've been there probably 26 times.
Because out of the 28, I know that I've been at least 24. Really.
Yeah, true.
I know that the 8 years that I was in Jones Crusher, we did it every year.
Yeah,
So they've been, and they were there. They were doing it before that.
Yeah,
then
that's
Playing Dead. I don't know.
Playing Dead, killer
know.
band. They've been a mainstay at the place for so long. Again, you're watching guys go from 20 years old to 40 years old over the course of this place, and these guys have been with me since, like, I guess when Drescher was booking everything, when Tommy was booking the bands, he was finding all the punk rock stuff and getting it in there. And these guys, they are fantastic, and they've been together for so long. They don't miss anything. You can just tell guys that have been immersed in each other's lives for that long. They're incredible. I can't. They're all original stuff. They write all their songs. It's truly an honor to have them on the bill because sometimes you can't get them to play. Moving along.
The Going Rate.
Going Rate. Now I've heard these guys, and I forget who's actually in it. Okay, I don't want to, prove just how bad my memory is, but I know they play a lot, and I can't remember anything about them right now. So hey, Going Rate. I'm sorry. Is that what's the name? No, that's. Go on. I'll see if I can figure out what band that is.
All
We'll
New
get back to the
Episode?
Going Rate. All New Episode is who I was just going to confuse the Going Rate with.
Right.
Maybe you shouldn't put them back to back.
All New Episode.
Maybe that's what he did.
All New Episode is Nicole, who used to work there. She's a doll. She just had a little baby, and that's going to be a great show. This is probably one of their first shows back.
Okay, guys.
That should be fun. Moving along.
Bad Mary, one of my favorite bands.
What more can you say about them? Okay, I get you. Look, they've been touring Japan. They're one of the acts that's coming through the tavern at this point that is probably going to go to the next level. They really, and when they went to Japan, they came back. It was amazing. Like, they were good when they left. When they came back, it was like this whole like the professionalism of the band went up like 5 notches. It was unbelievable how good they are. They're really incredible.
I'm just going to go back to Going Rate for a second. They've added 2 members to their band just for this gig.
That's great. Okay, who are they?
That budget, you know, the Beery budget.
Yeah,
I guess
you
they
got-
can afford it.
Yeah.
We're giving out pens.
Yeah,
It's like the Oscars. Yeah, like
Hey, you can get a free pen. All right, I'll play.
Wait, like it works.
Yeah. Who the hell? Yeah, it's amazing just how poorly you get paid playing in my bar. You know, it's like everyone walks in and goes, "So nobody makes any money here, right?" Yeah,
We
me neither.
lose money
You know?
actually somehow.
Yeah.
Right. So I don't know who the band members are, but they are adding Rich and Andrew to
Okay.
your gig.
I'm gonna find this out before the end of this show. Somebody please text me and tell me what's in the
Don't do
band.
it. Don't do it. Let them sweat.
Now with more Rich and Andrew.
What do we got next?
Demon Scar?
Demon Scar! Nicky Baby back in
Very
saddle.
nice.
Yeah, we can't miss Nick Greystone. Nicky.
So you just did this whole thing about how he's working too hard, but now you.
But he books him.
Hey, look,
Yeah,
look at
And he puts them on at 11:20 at night.
I gave him-
Let the guy go to bed.
Right.
How
I
best can
fluffed
I
him,
kill
didn't
him?
I? Now it's he got his fluff in. Now it's time for him to get back to work. Like,
Yeah, sorry, Nick. That was your pen.
there you go. Now put your sweatsuit on and make it to work.
It explains the life insurance policy Steve just took out on
Everybody.
that.
This is how the economic crisis.
It's actually a good. It's a good idea. I'm going to
Who
put
else
one
we
up
got?
on now
Larry,
too.
is Larry on this bill? I don't even know. From
Well, you still got Fake Lighters.
Fake Lighters. Don't know anything
I
about
don't.
them.
Never heard Blockhead, who I've heard the name, but I've never seen.
Fake Lighters and Blockhead. I think they are new to the mix. I don't know who they are yet.
I know a Blockhead. I've heard around before, but I've never seen them on this.
Well, you go back in the day, right? Ian Dury and the Blockheads.
Yeah. They're probably getting sued for that now.
Yeah, right. Probably.
Then Mike Ferrari and Reign of Angels. which I
Reign
think
of
is-
Angels. When was the last time you saw this one? I haven't seen some Ferrari come out and do a show in a long time. So, Mike Ferrari's the guy who used to run Orifix.
The Oral Fix magazine.
Orifix.
Oh, right. Okay.
He did it
Yeah.
for years, and he
Wow.
did some great stuff. So that's that. Moving along.
And then the very last is one of my students, Justin Goldat.
Is that right? So
Yeah.
please tell me
Well,
about him.
He's a guitar player. He's going to be doing his instrumental stuff. I think because he's going to be doing this to promote the fact that they're doing an instrumental night, him and Sean Anderson, on, I believe it's March 23rd at your place,
Nice.
instrumental guitar night. Yeah, so Justin's going to do his instrumental stuff with, I think, a 3-piece band. So,
Wow, I can't
yeah,
wait
it's like
to
kind of, Steve Vai, Joe Satriani, Jeff Beck kind of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a great player, and he just played there with me last Saturday. He was the guy who did Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh, nice.
He's got the Stevie Ray Vaughan tribute. Also.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I like to see that.
Yeah, it's
He was good. He looked like Stevie Ray.
he does. He really has to look
kinda
at it.
looks like-
You know, we were talking about he knows that I've done quite a few tributes, and he was like, "What should I pick? What should I do?" I said, "Well, you're a great guitar player, and you kind of got that look. Go out and buy yourself a hat and a Stevie Ray Vaughan guitar. There's
Don't
no
get
big
on
deal
a
anymore."
helicopter,
Get an
though.
April
Yeah,
and
that's
pour it
no
into your vodka.
helicopters.
You'll be fine.
Exactly. So he's the last one. He's closing the show this year.
That's
And
great.
you know what's funny about the few people that are on this list, including him? A couple of them called me and asked to, people still want to get on this show. Like, the cystic fibrosis thing is still like a thing where it's like, okay, you know what? We know we're going to be in front of people. And it's almost like, it's something you want to wear that badge and say you've been
Sure.
on it. So
Right.
Justin asked me to do it. He was like, can I get this in, can I
Longer.
get on this?
I know.
Yeah.
My blog.
Oh, Longo.
We did. We
Longo
yeah,
did
so
it.
actually I told Justin, I said, call Longo and get on there.
Look, at this point, you never know what's going to happen next. So somebody else could end up, because I'm, you know how I am. At the end of the day, I want to play until, we get thrown out. So, and truth be told, there was a time, not that long ago, and not too recent past, where the late, great Crispy Chicken would come in with Rainbow Trout. And Rainbow Trout will never be denied. They would never be denied playing. And they would always demand to go on last, which goes to show you the dynamic between what goes on today and what used to go on. So Rainbow Trout one year, they're a 12-piece funk band.
Oh,
They've brought
congrats,
everybody.
yeah.
Usually they're 8, but now they bring everybody because, it's Cystic Fibrosis.
Rich and Andrew,
Right.
from what I understand. Yeah.
They show up, when they're supposed to go on at their slot at like 3:30.
Right.
But we're not even close to done. So now it's fucking 4:30 in the morning, and Rainbow Trout is hitting the stage. And the reason they go on last is because they don't like to do a 20-minute set. You only get 20 minutes for this.
Right.
So you come in, we switch. So Rainbow Trout goes on the stage. So sometime around 6:30 in the morning, we're still in there, and the place is pumping. And somebody says to me, he goes, "What are we going to do if the cops come?" I said, "It's a fundraiser, and the bar is mobbed." I said, we're going to have to roll the dice on this. I don't think anyone's going to come in and shut us down during the biggest charity of the year.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was so magical watching these guys. It was just magic.
I have a question because do you compose this with like logistics in mind, like in terms of switching out equipment?
Yes.
And whatnot.
All of the stuff. This has been a labor of love over the past 20.
I mean, 28 times. I mean, you
now
got to
like
get
a
some
machine,
stuff down.
but I mean, this was beyond chaotic at one point. Like we'd be in there like putting up a tent which we didn't need, or having cooking equipment coming back in the bar at the end of the night because we couldn't leave it outside.
Right.
Guys, snow. It's
Right.
There's no way to tell what's coming down the pipe. Like right now, it's 2 days before. I don't have the barbecue yet.
Right.
And I
Hey, Mike.
Mike,
Fuck, Mike. Cystic fibrosis. The fuck is wrong with you?
Every year, this is what goes on. Like I'm not sweating it now because I know that the powers that be that are bigger than me will, okay, just keep doing what you're doing. We're gonna fix it. Right. I feel every year the same way. Like I didn't do enough promotions. I didn't get this out. I didn't do that. And somehow this is going to work out.
You're right.
And I can't rationalize that I think like that. That I just know that everything's going to be okay.
Well, that sort of thing I always believe is part of like the soul. I mean, obviously of your place,
right?
And an event like this, like that's one of the things. That's the baseline. That's
right.
the So that I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, I think I can maybe actually make
you should make
some of this because I'm out in East to talk it, but
like get a driver.
Right, it's not too far.
All right, one of the things we do. So there's going to be a whole.
Get him a pen.
There's a bunch of sponsors.
We'll see how many mushrooms I take that night.
You bring some for your buddy.
Oh yeah,
The sponsorship guys, the guys who the purveyors of the spirits of the send us stuff. We do a thing. So this is what else is going on. So now we've told you about all the music. What else is happening?
Right.
So we got Tony will be running the Chinese raffle. Okay.
Bring me your money.
Elephant raffle, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what's politically correct. Okay. Can we talk about elephants or Chinese? I know to get in trouble.
I believe it's called a chink.
Yeah, elephant
raffle.
Yeah. So Tony does the raffle for the slope raffle. That one's gonna get us in trouble. But piss-colored slopes. I'm sorry.
It's not a greasy slope
it's
raffle. It's just a regular slope raffle.
Regular. So Tony does that and does a great job. And we try to feature each person that gave us something. I'll call out from the stage. I'll give them a list, and from the stage I will call out. Right, for this next band, for Pop Smoke Overdrive, we're going to be doing anybody that gets a Barrier beer. I think they're sponsors, so we'll give them a plug. Barrier beer will be now $4 a pint. Okay, that's for the next two bands, and guys will go after the band. Then the next thing, right now our friends from Miller High Life gave us this thing. Okay, from next it'll be $3 Miller High Lifes. Go get them.
Right.
Then I'll have a box of glasses, and I'll take the glasses. Okay, this is right to the cause. Here's a glass. Nobody in the building has a glass, right? You're all using plastic cups. I hate a plastic cup. Now, how I would get a glass. Now, how I do that, you come over, you give me a $10 bill, you take this glass, and you go to the bar, and they will fill it with whatever beer we're doing then, okay? And they go there, and they got a glass for the day.
Right.
So this is how we do things, and we'll do that with every brand that's in there that gave us something. The guys from Oma Gang, very generous to us this year, so we will feature some of their beers, even though they're like $16 a piece.
Wow.
Yeah, that's some good stuff.
Oh yeah.
But you got to be careful on this one too, because a lot of the beers, because we're still a craft beer bar at the same time, you got to be careful with the ordering, because everyone's drinking with two hands. Okay, everyone's like, "Hey, we're having a great time," and now some of the higher octane stuff we take off the line just so we can be responsible and kill anybody. So
no 9.7s out there.
Yeah, we try to
That's why we
discourage.
do Jello shots.
The Jello, yeah, this is what the Jello. Yes, Gail and Lee. So a little shout out to Gail and Lee. If you're watching, they will be doing the Jello shots as we do every year. That's always a mess,
That's always.
Yeah, those boozy bears last year. I don't know what are they thinking about? Holy cow! They
Comes
just
down like candy.
they just melted up gummy bears covered with slime and booze. And I bet they look delicious. I don't know what to say.
Anything to get fucked up, man.
Right. Oh, you got $1. You can have one. Oh, it is $1. So,
Where's Sam Filippo? He's not on the list.
he is playing tonight, just so we can be clear. He's playing tonight. But this is a
He
he's
doesn't
made
do
a
anything for
couple
free,
years.
that bastard.
No, he usually he makes it when he can. He's always got something going on this time of year.
Yeah, he's
so
a busy man too.
This is his vacation week usually. So he doesn't usually make this one, and which is okay. It's not like
No, it's not okay.
like we don't get a lot of Tom Sanfilippo stuff. He's stellar. He gets all the passes he deserves. So he's back tonight. He'll be running there. He'll be shamelessly plugging the thing all afternoon. So
Very nice. Well, I think the man brought a guitar. I think.
Yes, can we do that?
I think,
can
of
I
course,
do?
we should.
I can't do
Is that all right with
I
you?
forgot my fucking harmonica because I suck at everything that's musical.
Why is that?
I don't know, because I'm a sieve. I'm surprised I remember to come here.
I got worried when I pulled up. I'm like, "Where's Steve at?"
We waited outside. He's like, where is he? Where is he? Maybe he's inside.
Yeah, he's like
I
you. He's,
texted you. I said I'm here.
oh, did you? Okay, I didn't look that.
Like,
Tony and Tommy, the habitually on time guys. I love that. Real.
You got to surround yourself with those.
Because
That's right.
I walk into the bar. Tony's already been there for 15 minutes looking at his watch. Okay, thank you.
Steve came up on stage with me the other day.
Yes.
Played harmonica with me the other night.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. First time since July I played a harmonica.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the first time we got him up
I
on
couldn't
stage.
breathe.
and-
Like being able
Yeah.
to. Cool thing, when you can't breathe and all of a sudden you can, life is different.
Dude, yeah, when you square everything away, like diabetes is kind of fucked up like that. Yeah. No, because all of a sudden, once you get everything right, you're like,
Oh, wow. How did I do
oh wow, I guess I don't have to pee 30 times in one day.
Right.
Like,
I can't explain.
and why does my pee smell like candy? Yeah. Like, I'm hungry now after peeing for candy. Nerds. It smells like nerds specifically. Damn.
Yeah, my whole thing was probably, and I don't want to sound like that guy, but it's probably the booze was what was getting. Because I would just, because I'm not. You can't live on pizza and Taco Bell and booze and expect to stay healthy. It just doesn't work, And you work in the I got a good wife, cooks for me, that kind of stuff, feeds me every now and again. If I bring home money, she's going to do whatever I tell her to. But she
It's got to be
it's
tough,
not,
though.
trying to teach other people what your needs are now.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty much at this point, like I eat a limited amount of protein because of the kidneys.
Right.
I eat a limited amount, so I got to mix and match everything. And now I'm learning the real 3 tiers of that. And it's hard
Absolutely.
to learn for me. So trying to teach somebody else this. What are we having tonight? I made you rice-a-roni. Cool.
Well, I could look at it.
Yeah. It's not
Looks
even-
good.
It's not only that, because what you think with the kidney thing versus the diabetes thing, that you think that you can't, like when all these guys, I never eat carbs. Okay, then you'll die.
Right.
Okay, it's pretty clear you'll die then. You must have carbs. So, but you need this much, and this much. So learning that part of it, like, what do you got to make white rice? Imagine your doctor telling you have to eat white rice.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at now.
Well, and rinsing the rice.
Right.
Rinse it like a few times, and then I can actually have a little more.
Right. It's crazy how it works, but it definitely works. Like the fact that I can feel my feet again.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I was walking around, it felt like I was walking on my knees.
We were all definitely a bit concerned, in the last
I bet.
the last couple of times that I saw him. I mean, it's then you look so much better now.
Yeah, I'm starting to come
Notice he didn't say good.
Still not great.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You guys wait. Give me like 6 more months. I'm going to be like a rock. I'm going to go down to 220, and I'm going to beef up to 240 with just some.
I'm just jealous you mentioned about feeling your feet again. So I'm just jealous.
Oh, I'm sorry, Tony.
For those of you who don't know, Tony's only got one.
Well, it's weird. Like, you can't drink anymore, but your last name is Beery. Same thing. My name is Walker. Should change it. I'm going to change it to Hopper. All right. So, Tom Cavanaugh, what are you playing?
What do you want me to play?
I would love to see you do anything because I am a huge fan.
Okay.
So, what do you feel like doing?
I don't know. I figured maybe do one of the new Pop Smart songs or something.
Oh, cool.
Like that.
Could do that.
Or unless you want me to play a Nesmith song.
How about why not both?
Time, yeah. That was about
Yeah, let's do both.
Yeah.
Is that as long as that's all right with you?
Yeah, do a pop smart because you're going to be doing that at the show
what I
and
figured.
people can do a little.
Yeah. I figured.
This is the original. This is an original composition by Tom Cavanaugh.
Yeah, this is from the. I got the lyrics here just in case because, we don't do this very often. I don't get to play with these guys too often. So it's like once or twice a year.
Oh, okay.
So we don't get to play this.
Turn that damn
Someone's
thing
calling
on.
to say already they don't want to hear Pop Smart. It's like, no, play
Lorraine, I'm on the radio. I'll call
anything.
you back.
Yeah, so we'll play this song on Sunday.
Cool.
It's a song called "Let You Go." You're playing me just like a deck of cards. My heart is breaking into little red shards. Give you an inch and you will take 10 yards. Well, I'm done playing, give your games my regards. 'Cause if you love me, never told me so. Just how I felt, I guess I didn't know. The time has come for me to let you go. I'm not in love and I'm telling you so. You're telling stories that you know ain't true. I'll tell you this, I'm so over you. I'm doing what I'm not expected to. Hanging up my costume, I'm not playing the fool. 'Cause if you love me, never told me so. Just how you felt, I guess I didn't know. The time has come for me to let you go. I'm not in love and I'm telling you so. I'm not in love and I'm telling you so. Stop pulling at my heart. I cut the string so we're apart. So just let go. Between 10 and 5, I'll tell you so, I'm electrified. I'm doing what I'm not expected to. Hanging up my costume, I'm not playing that fool. 'Cause if you love me, never told me so. Just how you felt, I guess I didn't know. The time has come for me to let you go. I'm not in love and I'm telling you so. 'Cause if I loved you, never told you so. Just how I felt, I guess I didn't know. The time has come for me to let you go. I'm not in love and I'm telling you so. I'm not in love and I'm telling you so. I'm not in love and I'm telling you so.
Nice.
12 string.
Very nice. Love that.
That's,
Love the sound of the 12
Pop
string,
Smart.
too.
Yeah.
Pop
Actually,
Smart
I bought
Overdrive.
this just for, I played those Harrison shows with the Concert for Bangladesh with Wondrous Stories.
Yeah.
And Kenny called me up and said, I need a 12-string player. I said, I got an old 12-string. I said, I'm due for a new one. So I bought that just for the Wondrous
And
Stories.
then gave the receipt to Kenny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kenny. How's he doing?
Kenny's doing okay. I wrote to him last night, actually. Funny enough. What Nesmith do we like?
So what? So you're a big Nesmith fan?
I'm a huge Nesmith fan.
Really?
Matter of fact, one of the things I do, I can even read off some of the songs that we do. I do a Nesmith tribute once in a while. Put the whole hat on.
What's so funny about that?
Just never been a tribute I didn't like.
I never thought I'd hear those words together. Yeah.
Like, you got to be pretty deep in the music.
Yes.
Mike Nesmith.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
We do some of the Monkey stuff. Obviously all the Nesmith Monkey stuff. But I've been a Nesmith fan since I was a kid.
Wow.
And
hey, if you like the Eagles, you would probably love Mike Nesmith's solo.
Of course.
Yeah.
Look, the guy wrote great songs for other people. He
did.
The guy's just awesome.
The guy's pomposity kind of got in the way of him being a great, a household name.
His mother invented whiteout. He's able to just sit home and count the money.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But
I
it's
would.
amazing.
Yeah, right.
I mean, he was just so cool. But I mean, yeah, we do. I'm looking at the list here. We do. I don't get to play with them very often. Doing the Nesmith gigs too much. But
Well, I can't imagine, as much as I too enjoy that music, but I can't imagine a bar or a restaurant or any establishment like, oh yeah, bring that in. It must be tough.
You know who needs to come around here again?
A Yoko Ono tribute.
The Mike Nesmith.
you know what's wild though? We
People
actually
have
do
been
the
begging for
libraries. We've done it at the libraries, and people.
Oh,
are
okay.
like, yeah, people really dig it. So, I was a big Nesmith fan, and I dig doing the stuff. A big fan of the 12 string because of Nesmith. And me and Ed Ryan used to do tons of Nesmith together.
Oh yeah.
I love the Monkees Nesmith. So when we do it live, and people actually come out and see it, so we don't do it that often.
I now feel bad for making fun of it.
Yeah,
like that's how deep. No, like deep love and appreciation.
really
obviously, you know what I'm
this
saying.
is again, shameless plugging it. How many? Just think about it. How many guys that have the amount of talent that Tom Cavanaugh has will delve into some of the artists that he does. It's amazing.
Right.
It's like scary. Like I'll be in one day, he'll be in there doing a jazz ensemble. The next day he's doing
That's
lead
what he called.
chord.
I was playing with my jazz quartet when he called me last night.
Wow.
I was playing because I have his jazz quartet, and
like, is there anything you can't do?
because that's
Right,
what I went
yeah.
to school for, So
And then you also produce, right? You still have your studio?
that's where I'm heading. That's
Oh,
where
yeah.
I was supposed to be this morning. I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
all right, I'm supposed to get my car inspected, then come in, and he called
Yeah,
me
yeah.
while I was rehearsing with the jazz guys. And I
Guess
was
the
like,
car's not getting inspected.
Yes, not
Well,
again. And
it'll
of course, when I pull into the lot, I've got an expired inspection, and there's two Nassau County cars next to me. I pull in, and they pull into Dairy Barn, and I'm like, oh, great, one on each side of me.
We finally caught up with him.
I'm not bringing my car because it's not inspected.
But
either.
no, I'm going to do it right after this, before I go to the studio. But yeah, I still produce a lot of bands.
Very nice.
So should we do a Nesmith song?
Yes.
But you got to put the camera on you, and you got to mouth the words.
Yeah.
'Cause
Ooh,
you got
my
that-
Nesmith hat.
You got the Nesmith hat.
Depends on what song.
Hey,
Depends
I'm
if I know.
Tony.
What do you know? What ones do you like? Solo Nesmith or Monkees Nesmith or?
All right, I'll give you a choice: solo, Grand Ennui, or Monkees 9 Times Blue.
Wow, 9 Times Blue is one of my favorite ones. I haven't
That's the
played
one.
in years.
That's the one then.
Let's see if I remember it.
All right, cool.
I got the words. I don't know if I remember the chords are.
It's fine.
There's a certain something in the way you looked at me and said you'd stay that let me know that I was out of line. But I didn't know what else to do, and like a fool I tested you by demanding things of you which weren't mine. And now I feel like such a fool for thinking you crawl back to me. But you did it with such love that you're standing far above me and all I did for you. I'm sorry now, what can I do? I know that never in the world could I have found me such a girl who's there to pick me up before I fall. And if in the end we we should go both our separate ways. I know the lessons I've learned here is worth it all. And now I feel like such a fool for making you crawl back to me. But you did it with such love that you're standing far above me and all I did for you. I'm sorry, girl, what can I do? I know that never in the world could I have found me such a girl who's there to pick me up before I fall. And if in the end we should go both our separate ways, I know the lessons I've learned here is worth it all. That's a long time since I played that one.
That was cool,
one never
man.
gets requested.
Well, there you go.
That's a good one.
That was a great one.
Song.
It's
Yeah.
been 0 days since the last time that's been recorded.
Exactly.
Got to start that counter over again.
Yeah. Now people are going to be listening to the show going, damn, I want to hear that song and I want to hear it played well.
Fucking A, right, man. I bet he's got a lot of great tunes. I bet you if you played him in Beery's, some people are like, wow, those are great tunes. Who is that?
You know,
and then you tell them Mike Nesmith. They wouldn't
when I
believe.
used to have, I'd go out to do these different things. I used to do a lot of solo gigs. People would come up to me and be like, "Did you write that?" I'm like, "No, it's a Nesmith song."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Really? It's a great song."
That's one of the good things about doing deep cuts, because guys, because when you were running an original place, I kind of, it's familiar, but you never heard it, kind of thing.
Right.
You know it, but you didn't know it, and it works out for these guys. You try to. When we first opened up, we tried to make the policy that you had to do 50% originals. You couldn't come in and just be a cover.
And when was 89? Did you open?
93.
93. Okay.
So, that kind of formula turned into like all original, and then now we go back and forth. But I loved when guys would go to the deeper cuts, and kind of interpret the songs rather than just cover them,
Right.
And there's some stuff, like, you can't come in and be a Leonard Skinner cover band without sounding exactly like Leonard Skinner.
Right.
But there's songs that you can pull from other guys and and say, okay, I can make this my own.
Right.
There's just some guys you can't do it with, Some guys you really can, and I love watching. Like, this is one you could do it with, that stuff.
Nice. That was kicked
ass.
great. You know what? That totally kicked ass. Never in a million, one of my favorite tunes, and never in a million years I think it'd ever get played in here. That was wild.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that one in a while. We haven't really done that with the Nesmith tribute, and again, I haven't played with the Nesmith tribute in a couple of years.
Yeah,
because I was working for this one woman up at Port Washington Library, and the theater there.
Yeah, they have a nice room.
Yeah, it's great, and she retired. But what she had me doing was, they were working with a publishing company and music books. Like do you know Alan Light, the author?
No.
He wrote a book on Prince. He wrote a book, and then she would call me up and she would be like, "I need you to come in and do just Springsteen while this guy reads from the book, like the Springsteen book."
kick-ass.
And then they did a Leonard Cohen night. I had to do that.
Nice.
So every single, Johnny Cash. So they would bring in these authors and they would talk about the book, and then afterwards, while he was signing the book, they'd have me play all the stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So we got to play some weird stuff, and I would that's how kind of the last time I probably did Nesmith.
Wow.
Maybe I can't even think. Maybe before 2000. Maybe it was like 2015 or 14.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but we talked about doing it again this year.
Is that how you got the Johnny Cash thing started? From
The Johnny
birth
Cash
from
thing
there?
was really kind of like I had Frank and I used to play at that Pisces Cafe.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, and I was doing solo gigs there, and I was just you just throwing stuff in the set, and then I was singing a lot of Cash. I was a big Johnny Cash fan since I was a kid, also, and people started saying, you should really do that. And then it happened by accident. We were playing a gig in New York City, and the band didn't show up after us.
Oh.
And the owners came up and said, "This place is packed, and we don't want the music stops.
keep
they're going to
going."
leave."
Yeah.
And he said, "Can you play anything else?" So we said, "Sure." We started playing other stuff, and then we started running out of stuff. And I said, "Let's start doing some Johnny Cash," and it went over so well.
Oh,
I
I
said,
bet,
"Let's do a
yeah.
Johnny Cash tribute," and then it just exploded.
That's
That's
awesome.
cool.
So good.
Oh, yeah.
So good.
And I'm gonna, like he's calling out his guy Mike. Well, I'm gonna. You don't still play Sergio's, do you? Hate that place.
I do occasionally, but
Never mind.
Well, yeah, you
but
you can
you're
be
definitely
nice.
entitled to
Yes.
definitely. I say this that it's you've been in there obviously.
Unfortunately.
The first time I played there, I thought I walked into some kind of bizarre Fellini movie, and I thought I had eaten the magic cookies because it was the weirdest gig.
Yes.
But you know what? The people that go there,
The people are very loyal.
nice.
Yes, I'll
They're
give you that.
And I go there. I've been playing there since 2018. I do it maybe 3 times a year, 4 times a year. He lets me do whatever I want. I've done Nesmith night there, and it's
that's cool.
packed.
Yeah.
I do Johnny Cash. I've done George Harrison nights there. So I mean, I have a good relationship with the place. But certainly everybody is entitled to their rightful opinion.
I feel like you could like rate places based on Nesmiths. Like, is that a 5 Nesmith place?
It's
A 5 wool hat place.
yeah.
Instead of 5
So you know
stars.
what, I'm going to come on the show when Tom's out here and we'll rip up Serge.
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead.
absolutely. Oh, I've done it before, and I'll
Teach
do it
them a
again.
lesson. How's the food, though? Okay.
So, anyway,
The entertainment is awesome. Matter of fact,
Yes.
the guy who booked me, funny enough, Howard Newman. You know Howard?
yeah, who is that? I know
He
that
was a
name.
comedian for years.
Oh, okay. Oh, high-powered Howard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yep.
He found me, and he found out that I did Johnny Cash thing, and I didn't know him, and some woman he met said, "Hey, you got to see this guy who does Johnny Cash." And actually, the first time I did Johnny Cash for him was here.
Oh.
They did it in the room down the hallway.
Oh, no kidding.
You know, in the small room.
Yeah.
And Howard used to do that before he moved to Sergio's.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh,
I
didn't
do
know
the
that.
Sergio's gigs for Howard
Right.
because he's a wonderful man and he treats
Very nice guy. Yeah.
he treats all the artists fantastic. And I'll say that my experience at Sergio's is always interesting, but we always have a good time there. And
Yeah.
with the crowd. The
Yes.
crowd is
Yeah.
great.
We used to get good crowds in there. Yeah. Yeah. The crowds are great.
Crowds are fantastic. And the parking's not so good, but the crowds are great.
True. True. So let's see. Oh,
It's no Mr. Beery's.
well, nobody is. Nobody
There's
is.
only
Yeah,
one.
like
That's right.
Shane was plugged by somebody else. Yeah.
I've been
But it
playing-
felt
There's
right.
enough of my ego in this room for all of us.
No, I've been playing Beery's since.
You were 11.
No, I mean really, Steve. I had an instrumental band where I was doing all that stuff. That's why my student is doing it, and they've
Right.
kind of. I definitely do some of the shows with them, but I didn't know Steve, and I was early 20s, and my manager just was like, I don't know. He hung out there. In the early years that they were first opened, this
Yeah.
would be 94, so Beery's was only open a year.
Yeah.
And, like, nobody knew me there, and Steve put me on, or whoever was booking back then, let my instrumental band play there, and
That's
we did
great.
really well. We sold a lot of discs the first time I played there, and
Oh, nice.
since then, I've always had a kind of
Never-
loyalty to the place, because
Right.
nobody else would let me do that stuff.
Right.
In 1994, instrumental music was kind of dead. It was already past, like, the Eric Johnson, Steve Vai height.
Right.
So, I mean, Beery's has always been an opportunity for me to actually try out my original stuff first, and especially before taking it out. Like Bad Mary, before you take it out on the road, why not refine your act at a place
Right.
that's got a cool crowd that is, a great sound man, great sound system, cool room, cool people.
Yep, absolutely.
And I've, Pop Smart we tried out there. I mean, Pop Smart essentially just developed there. Because it was like that band. That's why we do this stuff.
Never heard, I mean, I grew up in Hicksville, was right down the block, man. I've never heard a bad thing about this place, whether it's people that go there, the bands. I was just talking to Colleen McGrath just 2 weeks ago. And she mentioned that she just went there. She was just there a few weeks ago or something, and she was raving about the place. I was like, she's a tremendous singer. I was like, yeah, you got to get in there.
Mr. Beery's, it's more like it was than it's ever been.
And it's probably a bigger deal now to get the originals in there, right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you used to have bars in the 90s and early 2000s to play originals, but since the whole tribute thing has really taken off, there's less and less places to play originals.
The ebb and flow of the original music, like it's a labor of love.
Yeah.
And would it be easier for us to switch over and just say, okay, we're going to do all tribute bands? Maybe. But Mike, how long can you do that? You can't do that for 30 years. I would lose my mind.
Yeah.
Like I can't even listen to the radio anymore. I did a survey for WBAB one time, and they gave us a list of 300 songs that the program director would be using in that, whatever they call program, their program, and every one of them was you would rate it 1 to 7 on whether you like the song, and 1 to 7 on if you want to hear it again. Every single song was 7, I love the song. 1, I never have to hear it again. It's in my brain. I never have to hear, more than a feeling again in my life.
As much as I love Billy Joel, I'm fine with never hearing Piano Man again.
Right.
Not because it's a bad song.
No.
It's just it's
we've
getting
heard
played
Like,
so much.
And like for those guys of a certain age, do you remember when Meatloaf came out? Okay, you remember? You put yourself in 1978. Meatloaf comes out with an album that has every single song on it is a hit. You haven't seen anything like that since the Beatles, right? Every song on the album is a hit, and everybody knows every song. And every fat guy, with a football jersey's out thinking he can get pussy again. And it's the greatest thing that ever happened to us. 6 months to the day, you were like, if I ever hear fucking Meatloaf again, I'm gonna kill somebody. It was on round the clock.
Yep.
You could, so. Yes.
Worst concert I ever saw, by the way, Meatloaf.
Meatloaf?
Worst concert. He didn't even play Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Wow.
That's how bad it was.
Where was that?
It was at the Beacon.
At the oxygen tank.
Remember in the early 80s, he couldn't even sell out Malibu, and then all of a sudden he came back with those Bat Out of Hell 2 and 3, and now he's selling out. But yeah, he didn't even play Paradise. We were booing. Yeah, it was awful.
Oh, it's sad because he was such
now
a
he's dead.
performer. Now he's dead. Him, Ned Smith, Peter Tork. The only one left is Dolan, right? That's it.
Dolan's the only one left, yeah.
Yeah, and now he's doing a Monkeys tour. How do you do a Monkeys tour when you're the only guy left?
He sang most of the songs anyway.
Yeah, but, just, we're doing a Monkeys tour. It's like I was
At least call it Monkey.
Yeah, Monkey tour.
Hey, I'm a monkey.
Even he's trying to cash in on the tributes.
Mickey is?
Yeah, because he's calling it like his new tour was tribute to the Monkees, featuring Mickey Dolenz, because it's not the Monkees.
Yeah.
Right.
He's got to do a tribute.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, and I'm not knocking the guy, I'm a big fan, but he's got to be, like 78, around there somewhere, give or take.
Yeah, 79.
Around there.
80, yeah.
But that guy, he's still torn. He's still out there. Like, do you need the
out
money?
there like crazy.
Like,
I think he
go
just
home.
loves it.
Yeah?
He really, I think some of those guys like him, he just loves
Or
it.
he needs to keep it in his pants.
Like, you mean that some people look at me like that?
Yeah.
Well, he's not 78.
Yeah,
I
but
feel like it. From doing this.
You got a whole bunch of guys in here that don't see daylight a lot. This is probably the most opaque group you got.
Who turned that moon all the way up?
Yeah, like I don't even like these lights.
When Steve told me, he goes, we were on the radio at 11. I said, they have one of those in the morning?
Right, they have a show.
I'm in there every day, man. Every day at 11. Yeah.
No, I'm up early, actually, even though I stay out too late. But
No, I'm never up early.
And I'm
This
looking
is the earliest I've ever been up in my life. Get up at noon. People call me before noon. It's like, why did you do that?
yeah, I never sing before 7 p.m.
I like when guys call me, like they call me, I called you this morning, and what did you think was going to happen? You've been calling me for 30 years. Do I ever answer the phone before noon? Okay,
Right.
I'm not doing it.
We just did this thing last Saturday at Steve's where we had this, and it was a success in the fact that it actually did happen. But we had, Steve had this crazy idea, and just to show that we're up late all the time, I'm down in my studio, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, like last summer, and Steve calls. And it's like he's the only other person out right now. So I pick up the phone, like, what's up? He goes, I got this idea. But he did this Janis Joplin contest. But
I think I remember that. Yeah.
So we did that last Saturday,
And thank God, it was because we tried so hard. We had to cancel it once. We moved it back. I got Tommy doing it. I'm so excited. And what happened was, I think he's spot on, is that the people that would have been good at competing this wouldn't compete because they were afraid that somebody would be the better Janis Joplin.
Right, sure.
I wanted to point out that, for the people that do Janis Joplin, and I love them all. Okay, I don't want to be throwing shade on anybody, but Janis Joplin died at 27.
Yeah.
Okay, you're now 60. Okay, what's the deal? If you take second place, okay, you're the best old woman dressed up in.
So who won?
The two girls that were there, they both are winners. There's no losers in this.
It's true. 3 girls showed up.
Okay.
One got cold feet. Like right before, right when the Johnny Cash band ended, we announced that we were going to come up. And she came up to me, and she said, "She's like, I'm just too nervous. I don't want to do it." And she,
oh my goodness,
she apologized and she left. I don't know who she is.
Right.
She came up to me, and the other two
were Slayers. The one girl
they killed it.
Was just really entertaining, like a real performer, and the other one was a real singer. Yeah, so like watching them, both of them could sing.
Yeah,
but one of them was a little bit better vocally, and one of them was way better.
Presentation.
Yeah, showing it off. So the contest originally was performance, vocal, costume. Nobody shut up for that. So the performance one we would have 2 clear winners.
Right.
But two of the categories.
Now I know
we only had 1 pen though. That was the problem.
Somebody run down to the library, steal a fucking pen.
Somebody finally balanced. They got pens.
I think there's a yoga studio down the road that's open.
They go to the bank. They got a bunch of them. They give them away. Now there's girls out there doing Janis Joplin tributes. Were they allowed to enter?
Yeah.
Were they the contestants?
But they were the ones. Some of them, some of them I'm friends with, and they said to me when I posted this, because Steve asked me to advertise it, and we started advertising back in like January. A couple of them said to me, "I don't want to do it because if I lose, I'm not able to advertise on my website the #1 voted Janis Joplin."
True.
And all of them say that. And that's one of the things I had said to Steve in the beginning. The only thing I worry about with this is that, egos.
Yeah, I didn't even, that was completely...
It's like comedy contests. Yeah. Like,
oh, yeah.
You you're going to lose a comedy contest?
Right.
Like, no, I can't enter a fucking comedy contest because if I lose...
You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess so. That's why. That's one of the
exactly
one of the funny you bring it up because this is the band battle to fight Cystic Fibrosis, and the first couple we did, everyone was like, "Who's going to win?" I'm like, "No, it's a band battle to fight a disease. It's not a competition." And that was, I never think about that. Like if and this, like I'm one of those guys who was, born a jock in the beginning of my life, and not that I look like that anymore, but once upon a time, that was how competition was all you thought of. Oh yeah, I'm the best. And then, you're in a band. We're going on last because we're better than you. And we'll fight them in the parking lot if they get.
I was in a band in high school, and we manipulated. We had an Amnesty International concert. And we manipulated it so that we would close the show. Right. Where it was like, we can't actually make it at 7.
That's a trick.
We're not going to be there till 7:30.
Right. That was. I'm setting myself up to
Right.
And the competitive part of it was always like, okay, we're definitely competing. Oh yeah. Like there was no. We were playing on a bill with another band.
Right.
We were all about like, don't worry, we'll get them later. We was skirking around. There was none of that. When I look at the camaraderie between musicians in my bar, like I was not like that.
Yeah.
It just wasn't that guy, These fucking guys, what are they doing? Okay. I remember playing, we were competing. This is when you learn about the music industry instantly. This is the first lesson. We were about 18, 19 years old. We were playing at the Belmont Park Inn. Okay? Like, just to even know that place existed. But, it was...
I used to walk there.
And so, you remember what it was like. Okay, so now my band's playing there, and we're playing against this Yes cover band. Okay? A Yes cover band. They roll in like $40,000 worth of equipment. They sound exactly like Yes. And my guys are shitting. They're like, what are we going to do? We can't play with these guys. And I'm like, what? Because that's the mentality of me. What? So as soon as we come on, I start throwing chairs and, we do the Jim Morrison thing. We're climbing on tables.
Right.
And we brought 50 people.
Well, there you go.
People are going to watch our Are those guys better than us? Fuck yeah. Did we put asses in the chairs? Fuck yeah. Okay.
Right.
So we got the gig.
Right.
You guys stink.
Okay.
No one was asking for your critique.
Thank
we won
you.
the fucking battle?
Yeah.
Okay, we won, right? We won? That's all I care about. Okay, win ugly.
All right. It is almost just about time for us to go. Can we get one more song out? And then,
What would you like to play? I wish you could sing something, or
I could sing.
The rest of us aren't wishing.
What do you want to do? A little blues number?
yeah, you want to
Something-
sing a blues?
All right, let's do. I don't have my harp, but I could do like Red House or something like that.
Wow, Red House.
I like to make them work a little.
That's what she said.
There's a red house over yonder. That's where my baby stays. There's a red house over yonder. That's where my sweet baby stays. In 99 and 1/2 days. Wait a minute, something's wrong. You know my key don't fit down. Wait a minute, something's wrong. You know my key don't fit the door. I got a bad feeling that my baby, she don't live here no more. That's right, Tommy. Let's see what you got now. Give me some. There's a red house over yonder, and it's high up on the hill. There's a red house over yonder, yes it is, I know talking, and it's high up upon the hill. And if that bad bitch, she don't love me, don't you know that her sister will.
That was good. That was great. All right, so that's this coming Sunday. The 28th annual band battle to end cystic fibrosis. Where did the proceeds go? I know you tell us every year, but
Goes to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. There's a .org thing that if you can't make it, we don't really care. We need too many people there for us to service anyway. You want to send some money in, you can. You can send it directly to them. You can also let Tony read this because I can't see it.
Those who want to make a contribution and use the deduction, the donation tax ID is 13-1930701, and that will be conspicuously posted at the Chinese auction board. Come on down. You're going to have a great time taking from me, and we gladly accept additional cash check donations.
Just like to, before we go to one last shameless plug, my co-sponsor on this one this year is the TUI Giving Foundation. Now they are also going to be involved. They're going to Tricia and John Tui will be volunteering to help me out with all this stuff, and they'll be they have an organization that helps veterans get food, clothing, money, dwellings. You know, they're really a big deal, and we're going to be doing a cornhole tournament sometime in March or May. I don't remember when it is right now, but hopefully we get back on the show and tell you about that. But that's going to be dedicated to getting them soap. We usually get them soap. Last year we got 3 truckloads of soap for these people. So the TUI Giving Foundation, you know, that's they're a big deal with me, and we like to help them out during this thing, and we like to have them involved, and they do all kinds of great stuff, and they are my co-sponsors on this this journey this year. So
very nice.
That's it.
And they support the Beacon House for veterans.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Tony.
Okay.
Is that on the list? Because I couldn't rate it.
No, that's me.
The old trap.
And head on over to MrBeerys.com and check out their full schedule. Tom Sanfilippo's there all the time. They have Bring Your Own Vinyl Night. They have open mic night next month. The Guitar Extravaganza with Tom Cavanaugh. All sorts of great stuff happening over there at Mr. Beery's. And, of course, Tom Cavanaugh, February 24th, performing in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, we're out in New York more than we're here nowadays because, like me and Steve were talking about the other night, you know, with the Heart Tribute and with Emerald Rising, there's just more theaters outside of New York now, and that's what we mostly play. We don't really play clubs anymore. I mean, we did 89 North a couple weeks ago, but that was it. You know, most of the time it's all theaters.
Well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I love it.
Absolutely. All right, cool. Tony, of course, I'll see you in a couple of months.
Yeah, baseball. Baseball's coming up.
Yep.
Challenger Baseball benefit at Mr. Beery's. We'll look for that on September 8th.
Oh, okay. September 8th. All right. Well, you guys will be back at least once before then.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, cool. And Steve, good to see you, man. Glad
Thanks
you're feeling good,
me,
pal.
Fellas. I really appreciate you both.
Tom Cavanaugh, please come back, man. This
sure.
will be a lot of fun. And then, of course, my pal Andy.
Yeah. Check my socials.
Check. All right.
Yeah.
Well, you just played last night.
And I'm tomorrow night, so just check my socials because it's not here.
Okay. It's not a governor. It's not a governor show. All right. And of course, go to govs.com. Make your reservations for a great comedy show. Adam Ferrara is here this weekend. Hopefully, we'll get him in here Saturday night. Last time he was here, he came in. Sean Brown, Eric Casson, Ruthie Ferrara, Brian Chikaki. And stop it. And Sean Donnelly, just some of the names you'll see on the governor's stage this weekend. And I don't know. That's it for us. I don't know if there's a Donversation tonight at 8 o'clock. I don't know. As soon as I know, I'll post it. Okay. Thanks again, guys.
Thank you.
And thank all of you guys for watching.
Nice meeting you.
Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you later.
What will you experience at a Knockem Dead Comedy Murder Mystery Show? Suspense, excitement, love. More love, violence. Well, not really. And, of course, some music. Knockem Dead Comedy is the #1 murder mystery troupe, entertaining thousands of people for over 20 years.
Have a great night or what?
Their hilarious murder mystery shows are full of audience interaction from beginning to end that will keep you laughing all night long. Their shows are not to be missed. Knockem Dead Comedy's murder mystery themes include a mob show, a redneck wedding, a high school reunion, a family reunion with a luau theme, or your own custom show.
Johnny, you have a good time tonight or what? I had an awesome time. All right. She had a great time.
KDC, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, all right.
Fundraisers, private parties, corporate events, restaurants,